Well, good morning. I am in the drive-thru waiting because to pick up a bagel for me and Jesse. We're about to start dialysis. I had meant to start today's vlog at the very beginning of my day, but I overslept, and then Sunny's not feeling good. Let me back up. Today's gonna be a day in the life. I just wanted to take you along with me, show you what it's like on a dialysis day, especially a day where we do blood work, which is today. My normal Monday is I get up and then I take Sunny to the train, RJ to school, and Layla to daycare. Well, today, Sunny has a migraine, so they're staying home. So I took RJ to school and Layla to daycare, but I overslept. So I did not even have time. I barely had time to get ready, let alone time to film. That's just my usual. Anyway, looks like I'm moving forward. We'll talk more in a bit. Okay, I just got home, and before I run inside, I'll finish what I was going to say. So I'm not even going to have time to really go downstairs and fuck with my plan. I'll probably look at my planner while I'm on dialysis, but after dialysis, I will show you the planner tote that I'm using, or I might show you now. I don't know. But anyway, the beginning part of this day, we'll go over the rest of my schedule later, but the beginning part of this day is after drop off, I have to go finish getting set up. Jesse's already getting the machine going. I've already got my arm gooped up with lidocaine cream so that it doesn't hurt when I cannulate. Well, it doesn't hurt as much when I cannulate. And when I go upstairs, I have to get all of my supplies ready. And then I have to get the stuff ready to do blood work. Because once a month, on the first Monday of the month, generally, I have to send in labs, both pre and post dialysis. For my dialysis center, I have to send in a blood draw for the transplant center because they need a monthly draw of blood in case I become a candidate for a kidney. And then once a quarter, I have to send a water sample. And this happens to be that quarter. So I'll show you how that all goes when I am done with dialysis today. Jesse's going to pull the labs from my we put the needles and everything in for dialysis, then he pulls the labs, and then we have a centrifuge, and then after it's all done, you have the packaging and everything too, and I just take them to FedEx. So I'll show you that later. Anyway, I'm going to go start getting prepped for dialysis. So here's the machine, and Jesse has it all set up already. The one on the bottom is the big one that makes my dialysis fluid, and it's like a fresh batch. So this whole bottom is full of 60 liters of fluid, 2 days worth of dialysis. And then the whole machine is set up with like all the different things that we need to hook into me. Jesse handles all the numbers and stuff. And then these are the tubes. Jesse already pulled the dialysis fluid that we're going to send off with my blood work. Here is our little setup. It looks like this every day except for these things. These are the things to draw blood. These two are labs for the dialysis center. This is the transplant labs. And then down in the bottom, I have the stuff for post-dialysis. It's another tube. This is heparin. This is what we put into my system at the start of every session to keep me from clotting. But it's just a small enough dose that it keeps me from clotting during the dialysis. But then I can clot after when we need my arm to clot up so I don't bleed everywhere. Saline flushes to flush my system out, each line, because I have 2 lines. That's why there's 2 of everything except for the heparin. 2 of these ChloraPreps to make sure everything is nice and, clean. Alcohol wipes, some gauzes that we use for both cleaning up, and also we use the little ones to like cushion my needles when we tape them. Here are the 2 needles, and these needles come with these little pickers to pick the scab off. And then finally, the last piece on blood day. The last piece on blood works day is the centrifuge, because not all, but some of the tubes need to be spun. This comes with all the supplies they send home from the hospital. So Jesse will run these. And then we even have these little tubes that have liquid in them so that they can counterweight the ones that need to be spun. So now all I have to do is take my blood pressure. I do a standing and a sitting at the beginning and the end of treatment. During treatment, we take it every half an hour, but not standing because I'm hooked up to the machine. I do a standing and a sitting. I take my temperature. I wash the lidocaine off my arm, and I weigh myself so that we can get our starting weight and then figure out how much fluid we're going to take off. I do my weight in kilograms, both because I don't want to look at it in pounds every day and because it makes the math really easy. It's just a 1-to-1 as opposed to if it was in pounds, or we'd have to do some more calculations to figure out how much fluid to take off. So I'm gonna get started on dialysis. Sitting here on dialysis and I'm taking a look at my planner. I can already check some things off. I got Layla, they're going to do Layla's nails at daycare. And now we'll take a look at the rest of the day. So on dialysis, I want to work on my listings for my Etsy shop and some prep for a video I'm going to film tomorrow. And then my blood work, which I did already, well, most of it. And then after dialysis, I have a flu shot at 2:30. That'll be a perfect time to go to FedEx and turn in my blood works. And then for work, I need to finish up some last things for my Christian Designs project. Just some things I missed or misspelled. Happens every time. And then I need to do laundry today. I'd like to trim my plants today. And that is going to be my day, I think. I don't really have anything else to add to this, I don't think. So I am going to get started on listings right now. Kitty. Oh, man. All right. I am actually done with dialysis for the day. It is just about 1, like a little before, I think 12:50, something like that. I'm usually on treatment for about 2 hours and 45 minutes, but it takes an additional half hour plus on either end of treatment to get me cannulated. My bloods have been centrifuged, and I need to go finish my last vitals and everything, and then get them all packed up and ready to go. And I'll probably take them to FedEx in about 45 minutes because it'll be enough time for me to drop them off on my way to my flu shot. On the same note, I did all of my listing copy while I was on dialysis, which is great. It was more than I expected, which means that when I get home, I'll probably grab my iPad, post up on the couch, watch some TV, and get the Christian Design stuff wrapped up. So I'm in the kitchen, and I thought I'd take you through the process of getting all of this sorted. So I have 2 different places stuff is getting mailed. Most of it's going to the labs that do my dialysis work. And that goes in this big one. And then the transplant goes in this one. So we'll do the transplant one first. I have paperwork that they send me, and I just need to date it. And then I need to take the label and label the tube. And then it goes in this little situation. It goes in the box. And then I have a FedEx label. This one is gonna go upstairs for my records. And I just need to fill in my info. But all of the postage is already paid for both of these. And then this is gonna go into this pack. And then I keep one copy. And then this all goes in here. That goes to the transplant center. That's the less complicated one. Now for the dialysis, they actually give me these little ice packs, which I make sure to label in my fridge in a bag that says these are for dialysis, don't take. And you get 2 of them per package, including 2 of and then also 2 of these squishy foamy things. Now, for the actual stuff that goes in there, I have this bag that has my dialysis water in it. And then I have another bag that has my labels and my, my other bag for my actual bloods. And I need to go and change the date on these because the lab is very specific about making sure that the labs are labeled correctly. They just won't run them, and they won't say anything about it if you don't take them on this specific day. We've had to do that a few times. It's just important to make sure we get them labeled right. And that also includes making sure that I label the tubes with the right labels, because that's been another place where I might have fucked up. Thankfully, the colors are listed on the tags. I am not a professional phlebotomist, but Jess and I we're figuring it out, man. So they go in here. And then along with the water, they go in here. Then we put the foam and the ice pack on top. And then the lab also gives us a cardboard sleeve that goes to hold everything together. And that goes into another FedEx clinical bag. And they just give us like a prepaid label. And then with this one, you have to kind of stretch the bag just a little bit, otherwise the box doesn't go in. Also, the addresses on this label are not mine. They're the hospital and the lab. So if you see them, no big deal. And work this situation in. The last thing I need to do before dropping everything off is just write down the tracking number. Like I have a little tracking number on one of them from the label, but then I just need to write down the one from the other label. So that way I can put them on my run sheet for the day, the sheet that has all of my info from today's dialysis session. And so that we have all the info in case anything goes wrong. Now let's take a second and just go over what's in my planner tote, because it's not super full. I don't have it jam-packed with like 85 different things. I don't use 85 different things. This is basically so I can either work or do personal shit anywhere in the house without having to be at my desk. So this tote's from Amazon. It's one of those baby totes. It's like made out of felt. It's got pockets and shit on the sides. I don't really use those right now. And then there's actually some dividers that can go on the inside, but because I'm carrying my laptop and my iPad in it, they don't really fit right for right now, but I have them set to the side in case I need them. So what do I have in here? Pretty simple. My iPad with my Apple Pencil, my laptop, the new Moxie Life sticky notes because I'm excited to use these, my pot tarot deck because when I get some time I want to like look through the book that's in it and everything. This is a Teaks box. I wanted something with some structure in here to hold my pens instead of sticking them on the side. And so what I have in here are the current pens and highlighters I'm using this week in my planner. Some sticky notes. And then the washi tape I'm using this week. A whiteout. And one of my Artist Loft palette knives. And then my planner. And then the current pen I'm using. And that's it. So let's take a second and check in with my planner. Alright, so I'm going to check Layla nails off. If they didn't do them, I'll have to have them do them next week. But I told them to do them. I actually got all of my listing copy done, which is what I wanted to get done. I thought I was only going to get through half of it on dialysis, so that's awesome. I did the video prep I needed to, and I did my blood work. So what's left on here is to go to FedEx, trim my plants, do some laundry, which maybe I'll go start right now, and then finish the stuff for Chrissy-Ann Designs and send it. I also have a Patreon post I need to write. They are getting to pre-order or pre-reserve the limited edition calendars that are going on sale in another week. And so I want to make sure that's going to start on Thursday. I don't remember what day I said. Whatever day it is. I got to get that post written because I haven't done that yet. So that'll be my other work thing. And yeah, and then the other thing I need to do is make an appointment. I'm just going to put this on my weekly to-do list, which is make Social Security appointment. We've got my Moxie Life Daily for the day. I did not wake up at 6:30 a.m. I haven't used the walking pad. I probably won't. I don't think I'm going to work in my office today. I might, but I probably won't. And then the rest of this hasn't been done yet. So I think what I'm going to do is go start my laundry. And then, do I want to just get working on my plants? I don't think I have time because I'm going to spend some time on my plants today. So I might just do that and just head out and go to FedEx. I guess we'll see. It's always hard for me to really figure out what I need to do immediately. I could go pick up RJ, but I think he's getting out at 2 today, and that's going to just conflict with my appointment, so he's probably going to have to walk home. But generally speaking, right after dialysis, I'm usually feeling really out of it, and I'm worried that my accesses are going to open. Like we have the special band-aids on them that help them clot, but I have still had times where it started to bleed, and luckily have not stained my carpet yet so far. Knock on wood. But I'm not always confident driving right after, so having a little bit of a break in between is usually good. Do I want to eat something? I might want to eat something. I'm not super hungry though. I don't know. It's weird. My body is always very unsettled feeling after dialysis. All right, I'm gonna go downstairs, bring this all downstairs, and then get some laundry going. I'm in the car. I'm gonna go to FedEx, drop this off. I'll have a little extra time, but since my appointment's only a flu shot, I might just grab some lunch on the way out because now I'm hungry, but I don't want to risk being late for my flu shot. So I might grab some lunch, get out of the house, and then I'll come back and work for a good 2 or 3 hours before it's time to start making dinner. This is how my days usually are. I get off of dialysis, I spend some time out of it, and then try and get my mind together to figure out what in the actual hell I'm supposed to do next, which is why I tend to feel so scattered, because dialysis is basically like taking the dice of my brain and throwing them everywhere. Just got my flu shot. Ow. I don't remember if I said it earlier, but I'm going to be getting my COVID vaccine, like the updated one, next week, 2 weeks from now. I spaced them out because the last time I got them both on the same day, it wrecked me for like a good weekend, at least. And so I was like, no. So yeah, I need to eat something pretty badly. So I think I'll pick some food up, go home, and get to work. All right, I grabbed a slice of pizza from one of the places around town that uses the little crispy pepperonis that curl up. Those are my favorite. And then I also, since I was parched, grabbed a Starbucks since it's right next door. My current drink, because I'm still not into hot drinks right now, is strawberry acai refresher with water, extra ice, none of those freeze-dried strawberries, and even extra water sometimes. I like it. It's refreshing, but it's also can be a little too sweet for me, and little freeze-dried strawberries gross me out. So I'm gonna head home, and I'm going to move my laundry and then get going on some work. My goal is to be able to finish that list I have for Christiane Designs. It's like I said, it's just a bunch of things that I, misspelled or missed. This always happens every year. So it shouldn't take too long. And then get that sent off. checking in. I am rewatching Midnight Mass. I just finished the Haunting of Hill House this weekend, and I haven't decided to start Bly Manor yet, but I want to be ready for when The House of Usher comes out. Let's go check on a kitty. I'm also mostly done with my work. Got a little bit left to do, so I'll wrap that up and then I'll make some dinner. But in the meantime, sir, hi buddy. Hi sweet baby man. He's getting so big. He's getting so big. My good boy, oh man. This is his favorite spot. He loves hanging out here whenever we're out on the couch. This will be where he hangs out. Am I right, my good man? Here, let him play with the lanyard for a bit since Layla's at daycare. She eats these things. Angry boy. And now, because I wanted to put that away, I gave him his catnip lamb chop. Catnip lamb chop, baby. Alrighty, that's done. That's done, that's done. And I just need to fold the laundry and trim the plants and then make dinner. So I think I'm going to look at a kitty. I'm gonna look at a kitty one more time and say, oh man. Psst, 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 psst. Hi. How are you? How are you, handsome boy? How are you? How are you, handsome kitty kitty? How are you? Super windy outside. Anyway, I'm gonna go put my computer and stuff away so it can charge and get to work on the plants and then make you dinner. Okay, I know I'm like extreme kittying right now, but he's got a blep going. Sir, there it is. You see that blep? There's a blep. Hi, buddy. I think he's a little stoned. Are you a stoned man? I don't know where Lulu is. I'd show you him. This is what I do. This is how I spend my days. I work and I dialyze and I spend time with a kitty. It's super windy and like starting to rain and I'm not feeling very good, so I'm gonna leave the plant trimming for tomorrow. I'm just gonna take a rest and then start making dinner. This is what happens every night when it's time for wet food. We get a congregation, and then the one who you would imagine is the loudest is the loudest. But Layla sits like a very good girl, and Lulu is a very good boy. He doesn't want to be pet because he wants his dinner. And now I'm going to continue making Human dinner. Broccoli, mac and cheese. Usually comes together in about 20 minutes, maybe half an hour, depending how long it takes your water to boil. It is Wednesday morning, a good day past when I filmed the rest of this vlog. I got hit harder by my flu shot than I expected and spent almost all of Tuesday in bed. And that kind of brings home the point I brought up in my most other recent video where I talked about how being on dialysis just makes everything harder. I've never reacted to a flu shot like that before. The only time I ever did was last year when I got an anti-COVID vaccine at the same time. And it wasn't even as bad as this. So it's just another thing I'm having to learn how to manage. And I am getting better at it, I think. Maybe. I don't know. I didn't guilt myself yesterday for having to cancel all my appointments and just stay in bed. I didn't guilt myself. That's big for me. I hope that this was a fun video for you to watch. I really just wanted to make sure you saw my planner tote. That was a big piece of this, so got that done. Anyway, I am going to edit this video and get it up. So you're actually be watching this just a couple hours after. If you watch it when it comes out, you'll see this a couple hours after I film this clip. So yay. I'll talk to you later. Subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know in the comments if there is other around my life stuff you want to see, because I will be doing Vlogmas this year. And talk to you later. Subscribe, etc. Bye.